Chapter 11-3 is simplifying radical expressions. Okay, square root of 4 is 2, and that's a rational answer. Square root of 3 equals 1.732, and it keeps going forever and ever and ever. That is considered an irrational number. So square root of 3 is irrational because it ends in a decimal that goes forever, and square root of 4, which is 2, is a rational number. Okay, example 1, we need to simplify square root of 18. Okay, so what you need to do is find the largest square number. The square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, 225, 256, 289, and it goes on from there. So the largest square number that goes into square root of 18 can be rewritten square root of 9 times square root of 2. 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, now we can simplify square root of 9. The square root of 9 is 3. And we can't do anything with square root of 2 because it's an irrational number. So the answer simplified is 3 radical 2. Example 2 is the square root of 48t. We're going to find the largest square number that goes into 48. That would be square root of 16 times square root of 3t. So if we multiply 16 times 3t, we get 48t. Alright, now we can take the square root of 16. The square root of 16 is 4. And we can't do anything with the square root of 3t, so it just stays there. Okay, example 3 is the square root of 72x squared. Okay, we can separate that. We can find the largest square number. Okay, let's do this. We'll separate the number and we'll separate the letter. Okay, so we'll have square root of 72 times the square root of x squared. Okay, then we find the largest square number that goes into 72. That would be the square root of 36 times the square root of 2. And we still have the square root of x squared. Okay, now simplified. The square root of 36 is 6 square root of 2, and the square root of x squared is just x. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the radical 2 at the end, and we'll take the 6 and the x and put that in front. Okay, example 4 is the square root of 3x squared plus 6x plus 3. You're going to go ahead and factor this first. So first you find the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor is 3. So we're going to pull that out. We get x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, now we have 3 terms. So we do a diamond. 1 is on the top, 2 is on the bottom. The 2 numbers that multiply to 1 and add up to 2 are 1 and 1. Okay, so now we have square root of 3. X plus 1, x plus 1. Okay, so we can also write that as 3 quantity x plus 1 squared. Okay, now we do have 2 parts. We have square root of 3 times the square root of x plus 1 squared. Okay, so that gives me, we can take the square root of this because it's squared. So it's just x plus 1, and then radical 3 is left over. Okay, example 5, the square root of x to the 6th is x to the 3rd. And that's because x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd is x to the 6th. Okay, example 6, square root of x 22y 10. Okay, the square root of x to the 22nd power is x to the 11th. The square root of y to the 10th is y to the 5th.